Hi PTO, this is Mindy Green, your group exercise director from the fitness center, and today I wanted to just show you some simple exercises that you can do to combat the sitting that we're probably doing almost all day long now that we're all working from home, which is new for me. So here we go. I'm going to show you some simple exercises and let's get started. So first, I have my desk chair, and let's say you're just had it and you need a break from working, so this is going to take 10 minutes or less. All you're going to do is stand up and sit down 10 times in a row. This is exercise number 1. So you're going to stand up and then just sit down, but not for long, and because you're going to stand up again. We're going to do about 10 reps of this. When you stand up, try not to lock out your knees. And as you come up, try to squeeze your glutes up at the top. We're about halfway done. Let's do 5 more. 3, 2, 1 more, and you're gonna remain standing. Here we go, hold it up. And move around to the side of your chair because we're gonna do some supported hip flexor stretches. So when we sit down all day long, our hip flexors tend to get tight. So what I'd like you to do is take one leg back, bend both knees. Ideally, your front knee is straight over top of your front ankle. And you're going to tuck your tail feathers under and create a little rounding here in the lower half of the body. And when you do that, you should feel a stretch in these hip flexors. I got my timer here. Let's hold it for about 20 seconds. And then we will switch. That should feel really good, especially if you've been sitting down for any long period of time. Okay, team, about 5 more seconds and then we're gonna switch. Here we go, come on up, switch your feet, bend both knees, tuck your tail feathers under. Front knee is about straight over top of your front ankle. Just moving my hands out of the way so you can see what's happening with my body positioning. So you can do the same. And 20 seconds is almost over, so come on up. Great job, you guys. Let's do some glute raises. So like me, after you've been sitting for a long time, the part of your body that you're sitting on is probably yelling for you to stand up. So we're going to work the back side of our body. So keep one leg straight. Your supporting leg is going to be slightly bent. You're going to pull your belly button to your spine, and then I just want you to lift a straight leg up. This is hip extension, and it works the glutes, the part of the body that you sit on. We're going to do about 10 repetitions. We're about 4 in. So we've got about 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good job, team. Let's switch it out. Remember, your supporting leg is slightly bent. Your working leg is straight. This is an exercise that comes from the hip joint, not from the knee joint. So you're going to keep the working leg straight. You can play with the ankle, so turning the knee a little bit more outward or pointing it straight towards the floor. Again, the leg is straight. That's about 6 repetitions. We got 4 more. And you should feel some tightness in the glutes when you do this exercise. Let's do 1 more. Great job, you guys. Those are your glute raises. Now we're gonna work the torso. So first, let's warm up the torso a little bit by bending over. Bend your knees slightly. So your torso is at about 45-degree angle to the floor. And all I want you to do is stretch up like a cat, drawing your chin to your chest, tucking your tail feathers under, and then reverse that position by lifting your tail feathers to the ceiling, face to the wall, and then repeat. So these are cats, and these are cows. Great job, you guys. Let's do about 3 more of those. Arching up like a cat, flowing through like a cow. Great job, team. 1 more. Breathing through this exercise as always. Good Good job. Neutral spine again and stand up. The next thing we're going to do is a standing exercise for our abs and our obliques. Put your arms up in goalpost position. Now, you're going to have the option to lift your leg, but if you start to lose your balance when you lift one leg up, no worries. You can pop the heel up. Ashley calls that sassy pop the heel up. Or you can pick the whole knee up. We're going to just rotate and lift the knee, and we're going to do about 10 of these on each side. So, as you rotate, you're also sort of curling your chest down towards your hips and doing spinal rotation at the same time. Okay? Great job, team. That's about our 5th repetition. We got about 5 more to go. Again, you don't have to lift the knee all the way up. You can just shift your weight from one leg to the other if you're having trouble with balance. Exhaling as you flex and twist. 2 more reps. We might have done 11 reps, but that's okay. You'll just have a bonus exercise. Great job, you guys. Shoulder rolls is next, so you're gonna keep your feet flat underneath your hips. Roll your shoulders backwards for about 5 to 10 repetitions. This is my favorite. And then you can roll them forward. About 5 to 10 repetitions. Hopefully, if you're following along, your heart rate is a little bit elevated, your body core temperature just went up a little bit. That's better than when you were sitting at your desk. Relax. Shoulder blade retraction is next. So you're going to take your arms out in front of you, bend your elbows and pull your shoulder blades back and together. Turning to the side so you can see what I'm doing here. Reach forward, pull your shoulder blades back and together. We're going to do about 8 more repetitions of this. Knees are slightly bent. You're pulling your belly button to your spine. That's going to engage your core. You can also do these with a straight arm, which gets a little bit more rear delt. And if you have a resistance tube or a partner who can provide some resistance for you, that'll just increase the intensity of this exercise. About 2 more repetitions, your choice of bent elbows or straight arms. And relax. Great job, you guys. Our next exercise is a stretch for the traps and for the neck. So you're going to take your right ear to your right shoulder, and then you're going to reach your left fingertips for the floor. Reach as far as you can with the straight arm fingertips going to the floor as much as possible, and you should feel a stretch right here in the neck, even wrapping around into the back side of the upper body. And you can play with this stretch by changing the angle of your chin, like towards your chest. See how that feels. Wraps more around to the back of the neck. Or by slightly rotating your face upward so your chin elevates just a little bit, not too much, you guys. Or you can just hold it in the neutral tilt position. If you want a little more intensity, you can take your opposite hand on your head, apply just very gentle pressure. Make sure your knees are still slightly bent here and pulling your belly button to your spine. Gentle pressure on the head, still reaching for the floor with the fingertips. You should feel that stretch through the neck. Let's release the hand, bring the head back up to neutral and try it on the other side. Reach those opposite fingertips for the floor. Take that left ear to that left shoulder already. I'm feeling the work we did on the other side. And then again, you can play with the angle of this stretch by either taking your chin down to your chest or maybe tilting it upward just a little bit, not too much. And then again, if you want to apply a little bit of pressure with the hand to the head, you're going to bring it back to that neutral tilt position and then take the hand to the head and apply just a little bit of pressure, reaching those opposite fingers towards the floor. You can even play with like palms forward, palms backward, the whole time reaching your fingertips to the floor, and just see how that changes the stretch a little bit. This is a great stretch for the area of the body that we tend to carry a lot of tension and a lot of stress in. So this is one of my favorite stretches. Release the hand, bring the head back up to neutral. Just a little side note, if you have a spouse or a partner or children, you can stand straight up and down and have them apply a little bit of pressure to your shoulders. Make sure your knees are slightly bent, engage your core, and have them apply that pressure. And that's also a great stretch for the traps on both sides. Okay, you guys, finally we're gonna work through the wrists. If we're typing all day long, we need this. So let's rotate the wrists one direction. In case you can't see what I'm doing, I'll flip to the side there. And let's reverse the direction. Great job, you guys. Let's also do a finger stretch. So take your right arm straight out from the shoulder in front of you. You can grab hold of the hand and apply just a little bit of gentle pressure, bringing the back of the hand closer to the top side of your forearm. And you get to decide how much pressure you're putting here. I wouldn't put too much pressure. You don't want to hurt the wrist at all. But some of you will need a little bit more stretch than others, maybe. You can also reach a little bit lower down on your fingers and get a little more of a finger stretch here. That feels really good to me. So if you have like tight muscles in your palm, you can stretch those fingers out. And let's switch sides. So take the opposite arm straight out from the shoulder, flex at the wrist, gentle pressure. That's my neighbor and his daughter playing in their yard. Okay, good job, you guys, applying a little bit of pressure. You can even move down on your fingers, play with your fingers. Make sure that you are not stretching too much too fast. You don't want to hurt yourself by going too far like the first time. Okay, great job, team. And the last thing is a little fun exercise one of my cycle instructors taught us. And this is to just shake out the hands, shake out the wrists. Apparently this also relieves stress and elevates your mood. Her suggestion was that you use it when you're in heavy traffic. And maybe you won't yell at the car in front of you or next to you. Great job, team. That's all I have for today. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon. We miss you guys.